Hi everyone, it's Kunihiro. Thank you for coming back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make Chawanmushi. Chawanmushi is a traditional Japanese steamed egg custard dish packed with lots of umami flavors, and it's usually served as a side dish or appetizer. This savory dish will increase your appetite and make you feel warm during the cold season. So let's get started. Alright, the first thing we do is make an egg mixture. So here are the ingredients. I have 2 large size eggs, 350 milliliters of dashi, 2 pinches of salt, which is about 2 grams, and I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of soy sauce and mirin. Today's recipe uses a 1-to-3 ratio of egg to soup stock, so please use large size eggs. If you use smaller eggs, you will mess up the ratio, and the egg custard will not set properly. And today I'm using authentic dashi made with dried kelp and dried bonito flakes. Previously, I made a video of authentic dashi explaining what dashi is and how to make it. So if you wanna learn, please watch the video. I put the link down below. But if you don't have time to make authentic dashi, you can use hondashi instant dashi powder. In that case, you need 350 milliliters of water and 1 teaspoon of instant dashi powder. First, please transfer a little bit of water to the dashi powder. And microwave it for 10 seconds. Then dissolve the dashi powder in the cup. Return it to the original water and mix them well. Then place the paper towel on a strainer and filter it. Without straining, remnants of dashi powder will come up to the surface of chawanmushi and destroy its beautiful appearance, so please don't skip this part. And in the end, squeeze dashi out of the paper towel and your instant dashi is ready. I often rely on instant dashi powder when cooking everyday meals at home, because it's a quick and easy way to make my food taste better. But when I cook a more sophisticated dish like chawanmushi, I use authentic dashi. Authentic dashi helps bring out the subtle flavors of other ingredients, and it has a cleaner finish than instant dashi powder. Of course, you can make delicious chawanmushi with instant dashi, but authentic dashi brings your chawanmushi to the next level. So the choice is yours. By the way, if you are using authentic dashi, please cool it down to room temperature before mixing it with the eggs. Otherwise, warm dashi will cook the eggs, which we don't want at this stage. Alright, so first, please break eggs into a bowl. Then beat the eggs with chopsticks until the egg white and yolk are entirely mixed. And after mixing, please filter the egg with a strainer. By straining, your egg custard will have a soft and silky texture. Then add 350 milliliters of dashi, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of mirin, and 2 grams of salt to the beaten egg, and mix them well. Okay, that's it. Your egg mixture is done. Okay, next, let's prepare ingredients that we'll add to chawanmushi. So here are the ingredients. I have 50 grams of boneless skinless chicken thigh, 6 pieces of deveined small shrimp, 1 shiitake mushroom, 50 grams of edamame, and I'll use a little bit of this kamaboko, a Japanese fish cake. Today, I've chosen these ingredients because they are relatively easy to find outside of Japan, and they'll help create a traditional taste. Alright, so let me start with the chicken preparation. First, please cut the chicken into small pieces. Each piece is about 6 to 7 grams. Please keep them small, otherwise they won't cook completely in the egg mixture. Then add 1 teaspoon of sake and 1 teaspoon of soy sauce to the chicken pieces and rub them in. And leave it for 5 minutes and the chicken is ready. Okay, the next one is shrimp. First, please remove all the shells and the tails from the shrimp. Then slit open the back of the shrimp. Even though those shrimps are labeled as deveined, some veins are often left inside them. Technically, that so-called vein is the intestines, and often has dirt inside of it. So please wash it off under running water. And after washing, dry the shrimp with a paper towel. Then add 1 teaspoon of sake and 1 pinch of salt and rub them in. And leave it for 5 minutes and your shrimp is done. Edamame is very simple. You just need to squeeze beans out of the pots. Edamame done. The next one is Shiitake Mushroom. Please cut off the stem first. Then slice the cap thinly. Also slice the stem. We are not wasting any part of Shiitake mushroom, because it gives so much flavor to the chawanmushi. Okay, Shiitake mushroom is done. And finally, cut 6 slices of Kamaboko. The thickness of each slice is about 5 millimeters. Then slide the back of your knife along the wooden piece and detach those slices. And in the end, cut them in half. And Kamaboko is done. Now that we have finished preparing all the ingredients, let's put those ingredients into cups. These cups are specially made for chawanmushi. Usually it comes with a lid. You can find those in Japanese supermarkets. But I assume many of you don't have this type of cup, so let me also use a regular mug cup. First, please put all the chicken pieces equally into the cups. Then put the half of the shrimp into the cups. Please leave out 3 pieces of shrimp. Then put the edamame. Please leave out 9 pieces of edamame. Then put the half of the kamaboko. Please leave out the other half of kamaboko. Then put all the shiitake mushroom slices into the cups. Then give a light mix to the egg mixture one last time and pour it into the cups evenly. After pouring the egg mixture, only the shiitake mushroom will float to the surface, and the rest of the ingredients will stay on the bottom of the cups, which doesn't look so appealing. So we put the remaining kamaboko and shrimp on top of the floating shiitake, so that they will stay on the surface. Looks much better now. And if you see many air bubbles on the surface at this point, please break them, otherwise they will stay on the surface even after steaming, which doesn't look so good. So I usually use a blowtorch or lighter to break them. And next we are going to cover the cups with aluminum foil. If you have a chawanmushi cup, you can use the original lid. But since it gets so hot while steaming and is hard to handle, I don't recommend using it. Now please get a large pot and fill it with water up to 2 to 3 centimeters. Then turn on the heat to high and bring it to a boil. And when it starts boiling like this, turn off the heat. Then place a dry kitchen towel in the pot. And put all the cups on it. Then put the lid. But at this time, place a chopstick under the lid, like this, and leave the lid a little open. Then turn on the heat to medium-high and steam it for 2 minutes. The reason why I place a towel under the cups is that it softens the heat from the bottom of the pot, so that the cups will be heated evenly. And the purpose of this chopstick is to prevent the temperature inside the pot from rising too much. By leaving the lid a little open, you can maintain the ideal temperature when steaming chawanmushi, which is between 80 to 90 degrees Celsius. Two minutes later, turn down the heat to low and keep steaming chawanmushi for 8 more minutes. During those 8 minutes, maintain the water in a simmering state. If you don't see any bubbles coming up, that means the temperature is too low, so turn up the heat just a little bit. Eight minutes later, please turn off the heat. And take off the aluminum foil and decorate the remaining edamame on the chawanmushi. Then put the aluminum foil back on. Put the lid on the pot, this time close it completely, and let them rest for 7 minutes in the pot to let the flavors blend. 7 minutes later, take the cups out of the pot carefully. And your delicious chawanmushi is ready. It looks perfect. I should have put a little more shiitake mushroom in this cup, so that the shrimp and the kamaboko didn't sink. But the texture of the egg custard is perfect. It's soft and jiggly. If you wanna check the doneness, tilt the cup a little and look at the color of the broth that leaks out of the egg custard. If the broth is clear, that indicates your chawanmushi is fully cooked. Alright, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. So if you did, please hit the like button and leave a comment below. And don't forget to try my recipe at home. I guarantee you can surprise your friends and family with this chawanmushi. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye bye. それじゃいただきます。Let me enjoy the smell first. Smells so good. Mmm, 美味しい。Your egg custard should look like this. Very soft and jiggly. 美味しい。